Welcome to Peak Radar Live. I'm Angela Seals. Intimate, experimental, and honest are words that are used to describe Counterweight Theater Company. Here today to invite us to their newest experiment in local theater is Ethan Everhart, their artistic director. Hi, Ethan.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Tell us what people will experience when they come to your new show, Dream by Day.
So Dream by Day is it's an in-person live outdoor theater experience. So you're going to come to the show and you gather, there are directions that you get. It's sort of a self-guided experience. You kind of get there and you're given these directions and you'll go across the street and an actor will come up to you and begin a scene as if you are a person that they're talking to, and you'll kind of walk along with them. You don't have to talk to them at all. You don't have to respond because all these characters are very loquacious. They have plenty to say on their own, but you'll walk along. You'll walk along with them, and they'll kind of tell you a story, and you're in the environment. Like it's in downtown Colorado Springs, and like that is the setting for these scenes. And you'll go through the first one, and that'll end pretty close to where you started, and you'll walk a few minutes over to the next one, or you can drive. I'm a director, not a cop.
You will move yourself to the next
you'll get yourself to the
next
you get yourself to the next one, and then it's a completely different scene, different character. It won't necessarily reference the other one, but it'll be the same kind of thing. And then you do that with a third one, and it really is this. They're connected by the theme of it's these people trying to make this connection with another person after some sort of after some sort of experience of loneliness or confusion in their lives, and that just feels very relevant in
for sure. Yeah, trying to connect to someone when you're feeling lonely does seem like a really relevant feeling. Well, you've brought a preview for us of the new production, and so I'm going to share that right now with the audience. So as we can see here, we're just walking right alongside this actor, and it does seem honest, intimate, those words that you use to describe your theater company.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much. There's kind of not really anything between you. There's no stage. There's no. I mean, we're trying to maintain a little bit of distance, and so far as we can. This particular actor is vaccinated. One of the other actors is also vaccinated, but we're still we're trying to be safe. I would hate to be like, oh, it's one of the first like theater companies coming back to live stuff, and someone got sick. But there's nothing really. You're there. You're walking the same place that these actors are, or this guy. He's not.
Look at that guy.
He's kind of questionable.
But director, you are in the production, Ethan.
Well, this was a kind of show where it was like I don't really feel comfortable like asking other people to do this thing that I'm not also doing myself, just because it is so kind of weird and experimental. So
suddenly theater has become a stunt, where you're like, well, if you're going to put yourself out there and endanger yourself, then I will endanger myself. That's great leadership.
And I don't necessarily mean dangerous in the sense of like your health, but like no, I mean it's all. I think it's all very safe. We're following WHO guidelines. Everything will be fine. But I just mean in the sense of like there is not for an actor when you have a stage, when you have lights, when you have some of these kind of the general trappings of theater, like you are taught to kind of filter out a lot of stuff that's happening in the room, even though it's live, like people sneeze or people are shifting around, moving. If you hear noise outside the theater, you're supposed to ignore that. Like not here. If a car drives by, like that character's aware of that car driving by. If you have to step out of the way because someone's riding a bike or there's someone walking a dog, like those are things that are getting acknowledged in the scene. It's very live.
So there's some improv there. There's a responsiveness that's happening. Yeah, to the real world. Well, Counterweight Theater Company is, just an incredibly beautiful, newer theater company on the scene. In the past 5 years, I would say our local theater community has just grown in terms of this style. Don't you think, Ethan? So tell us what Counterweight is bringing to the scene that is distinct and what you'd like to be known for.
Well, right now I'd like to be known for we're still being around, but
for doing a show.
For doing a show, which I mean, and a lot of my friends in the community and other companies, they've been doing stuff live, and they've been doing live like streaming stuff, and they've been doing that, and that's great. And I kind of, the whole thing for me with theater was always about that live connection and the kind of intimate relationship between an actor and someone else in the same room watching or participating with that. Yeah. And one of the things that got me started originally, or one of the guiding principles for Counterweight, was the idea that a lot of people's idea of theater kind of is based on either like a big extravagant musical Broadway production, or like something in high school, or a community, like bad community theater where there's a bunch of kind of like divas who are terrible. That happens sometimes, but like but there's also, but mostly not. Mostly it's but my hope is that through the shows that Counterweight does, sort of to give people the idea that theater isn't just those things. Like, it's an extravagant musical, like that's a lot of fun to be at, but they're expensive. Sometimes they're not as accessible to get to. Counterweight, we've always wanted to do shows that were like emotionally hard hitting, in good and bad, like in happy and sad ways, but just shows that that aren't about like that. It's about something relevant to you. It's a thing that even like maybe you've never seen a play before. Like, I want you to be able to think of, when you're thinking of things to do, events to do, like it's the weekend, what are we going to do? Oh, well, what if we go see a play? Like, most people don't think that. And I want to help make that part of people's catalog of possibilities of like consuming art, is this art form that is very it is unlike anything else in its ability to have that kind of intimate connection. Like a live music show is a similar thing, but and there's just something that you can't get from a recording, a reproduction, that you can get, and that's that spark, that like that invisible factor there. That's the thing that is amazing for theater, and I want as many people as possible to be able to experience that. And part of how we do that is with the choice of shows, as the staging of like really intimate like close-up things, but also we have like our tickets we try to keep them no more than like a movie ticket, because most people can afford to go see a movie here and there, but like if you're trying to see a Broadway, if there's a touring Broadway show and tickets are like $90, like I mean, I might be able to do that once in a while, but like it's a thing you have to plan for. Whereas like normally, like my wife and I, if we want to go see a movie, we can get every so often we can scratch up $30, like whatever. And so that's one of the other ways that I feel very strongly about making it accessible in terms of like the price as well. So
that accessibility is really an important factor in making theater for all audiences. But I also hear you saying like maybe not for all audiences, like for people who are looking for an experience that really makes them think, that asks them real questions. Like, everyone is welcome, but it's also not a musical. It is like, you guys aren't getting known for doing pretty straightforward, hard-hitting, and real theater for people who want to go and get challenged by this art form. You're laughing, but isn't that part of it?
Well, I'm laughing because it is. I mean, it is true. And even though I was just saying like, oh no, everyone should come, but like some of the shows,
invited.
Exactly. No, but that's another part of it, is that like for me, one of the whole purposes of art is to kind of develop your sense of like human connection, develop like your empathy. It's empathy lessons. It's learning to get into the head and the heart of someone else's experience. And so the whole thing with Counterweight for me is shows that are telling, like it's getting into something real and human, and sometimes those real human things aren't comfortable, and we're never gratuitous, but like we do try to be honest, and so we have shows.
So if you miss theater Who does not miss theater? If you miss theater and you are starting to get excited by the things that Ethan is describing, personal connection, relevant topics, experimental outside the box concepts, like we invite you to join Ethan and the rest of the cast of Dream by Day. You'll find all of the details of Dream by Day on peakradar.com. It runs from April 9th through the 18th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you'll want to make a reservation for your time period to experience these 3 stories by these actors outside in this incredibly beautiful structure that aligns with local health guidelines and also will inspire you too. Dream by Day is a production of Counterweight Theater Company, and our thanks to them and everyone in the theater community right now for your creativity and your invitation constantly to our local audiences. We hope you'll be adventurous and try something new. You'll find it at peakradar.com.